So today, guys, we're going to discuss the second type of business organization, and it is the partnership. Okay, we already discussed sole proprietorship, and we discussed how it is basically a single owner. Okay, a one man show. We agreed that it's called, and basically one person is performing all the tasks on their own. We said that it's easy to start up. You can start it from anywhere, and basically, it has advantages, but it also has a list of disadvantages. Today, we're going to discuss partnership, okay, or partnerships. Partnerships is another or the second type of business organization, or how you can organize your business when it's basically jointly owned by two or even more people. Okay, so you can have you can have partners as two. You can even have three or four people joined together, and together they run a business. Okay, generally partnerships are divided into two categories. Okay, so if two partners or three or four people decide to join together into a business, they can divide their business into actually two types. Okay, or they have to choose which partnership is it going to fall under. Okay, and another thing that I want you to also mention is that partnerships are the least numerous types of business organizations in the US. So we said that sole proprietorships are actually the most common. Okay, and partnerships are the least common. Okay, they're the least common in the United States. Okay, so here we see that partnerships are divided into two categories. You can be involved in a general partnership, or you can be involved in a limited partnership. Okay, and we can tell the definitions of each by the name. Okay, if you're in a general partnership, that means that which is the most common form, by the way, it means that all partners are responsible for the management and the financial obligation. And when we mean financial obligation here, we're talking about money. Okay, if we are in debt, we're all responsible for that debt. If we take a loan, we're all responsible for paying that loan back. Okay, if we have payments, any utility bills, any outstanding money that needs to be paid back, again, we are in it together. We share the obligation financially, and we also manage together. Okay, so here, when it comes to decision making, we have to make the decisions together. Okay, basically consulting one another, voting, whatever it is. But again, the management is joined. Okay, so even running the operation, or dedicating hours, okay, to run the operation, we're doing it together. Okay, you have to be equally responsible as your other partners. This is the general partnership, which is actually the most common. Okay, it's more common than the limited partnership. Okay, this one, the limited partnership, is actually not very common like the general, but again, we see the word limited. Okay, so it's not as involved as the general partnership. Here we see that if there are two or three individuals in a partnership, at least one person is not active in the daily running of the business. Okay, so you'll have maybe one person, maybe he has a job, another job where they are busy throughout the day, so they're not really involved in the business as much as the other partners. Okay, this partner is not active in the running of the business, and they have limited responsibility when it comes to debts. Okay, so if the business is in financial trouble, if there's a loan, if there are bills or outstanding bills that need to be paid, any of that, you will find that that person that's in the limited partnership is not involved. Okay, this person is not held accountable for these obligations. Okay, so it's not his or her responsibility. Okay, so you're in a limited partnership if, again, you do not have to be available daily at the business. You're not held accountable for running the business. Okay, and also you do not share financial responsibility and financial liability as much as the other partners. Okay, so again, mostly the general partnerships are the most common in partnerships. And if you're in a general partnership, again, all partners are equally responsible for management and financial obligations. Limited partnership, you're in the partnership, however, you do not share the risk of financial loss or debt or so on. And again, you do not take part of the daily business or running of the business when it comes to operations and management and decision making and so on. Okay, so again, just be careful of that. How is a partnership formed? Again, the best way to form a partnership is through legal papers. Okay, usually get a lawyer involved, and you sit and you agree on, and you agree on specific arrangements. Okay, one of the things that you need to agree on is how the profits will be divided. All right. Some partners enter a partnership with certain percentage. Okay, like Myrna gets 70% of the profit, I get 30. Okay, this is an agreement, and this agreement is done, of course. It has to be done with mutual respect and mutual agreement. Okay, both sides have to agree, or all three parties have to agree, or whatever the number is. Okay, so this has to be done that way. Okay, how the property will be distributed if the partnership ends. Okay, so these are just topics of discussion and things that you must agree on in a partnership before it starts. And it's best, as I mentioned previously, to be done on paper. It's best to be done on paper, legally signed and agreed upon. Okay. Also, how can they add future partners? Sometimes the partnership could be two people, and they agree that it will remain between them two. Sometimes they agree that maybe later on, when their business grows and they want to expand, maybe they want to agree future or add future partners. So all these are different topics that need to be agreed upon and specified in arrangements in a legal contract between the partners, mentioning how the profits will be divided, how the losses will be divided, okay, who owes what. Okay, if the partnership ends and we have property, whether it is an office or a car, or you can be in any type of business that has any type of assets. Okay, how are these assets going to be distributed among us in case the partnership ends or the business goes out of business? Okay, and also they need to agree if there's a possibility of adding another partner. Would that be fine or not? Okay, and so if so, how can they go about it? Okay, so all these are called what, topics of, or arrangements that can be discussed when making a legal contract binding the two partners together, or the partners together. Remember, a contract is a great way, to basically legally bind you with your partner. Okay, so you're basically, held accountable to it. All right, so here now we're done with that, and we're going to go into discussing the idea of the advantages and the disadvantages. Okay, again, um, one of the advantages that we see for a partnership, it's very similar to sole proprietorship, where basically it's an easy startup to start up your business. All you really have to do, the attorney is a lawyer. You need to get a lawyer to start up your contract. To get some maybe licenses or pay some fees. Basically, starting a partnership is easy. Okay, the management is easy. Okay, because in what scenario is that now you have more expertise. Okay, because again, remember we said in sole proprietorship, you have to kind of like be well rounded. You have to be good at marketing and sales and management and accounting, everything. Okay, but here, it's not. You can have somebody or a partner that fills in the gaps that you lack. Okay, so if you're not good at marketing, maybe your partner is. Okay, if you're not good at accounting, that maybe your partner is. Okay, so here you have an advantage of basically being with more people that could be more experienced in areas that you lack. Okay, that's an advantage. Another advantage is that you have consulting each other. Okay, sometimes it's difficult to make a decision by yourself, even though we saw that as an advantage in sole proprietorship, that you can make an instant, quick decision. Okay, but then again, mm, maybe making a quick instant decision on your own is not the best thing. Maybe you're the type of person that would be better off. Maybe that's a decision is difficult, or it's a big one that you need to consult. Okay, and maybe you'll get a better opinion from your partner. Okay, so here the idea of having more people to consult and to talk to and speak to and share your opinions with and thoughts with before making a major decision is an advantage. Okay, uh, 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 um, and also making minor ones is not complicated. Usually if you're in a partnership, uh, major decisions actually call for a meeting and discussion. But if it's a minor decision, you still have the freedom of making those little minor decisions on your own. Okay, partners usually give each other that that leeway. Okay, that little bit of confidence that you can still make some minor decisions on your own. Not every single thing have to be discussed. Okay, so we're talking about major decisions. They're discussed, and again, we consult each other. But again, in partnerships, it's based on trust again and confidence. You trust the person's decisions, so you give them kind of a little bit of freedom to make minor ones if you're not around. Okay. Again, another advantage is taxing. Again, small businesses that are under the idea of or the legal title of a partnership. Again, this business is not filed as its own entity. Okay, each partner gets a profit. If Myrna gets her 70% percent profit from our business, she takes this profit and she deposits it in her bank as her income, and she only pays her own personal income tax one time. Okay, so she does not have to pay separate taxes for the business and separate taxes for her income. Okay, it's again her individual taxes involve or include her profits from the business. So taxing again is an advantage because you're not taxing the business as an individual. And we're going to see that later when we enter the idea of a franchise or a corporation. Okay, this is when the taxes play a different role, especially with corporations, because a corporation is a big business. It's actually counted as a person. It's looked at as its own entity. Okay, so for sole proprietorship and for partnerships, we see that taxes are filed. Your profit you take from the business is actually part of your profit, your normal profit, that is not taxed separately. It's actually taxed with your own individual taxes. Okay, so that's an advantage. Another advantage is that partnerships, because the liability is that distributed among different people, and usually a partnership business is larger than a sole proprietorship. Here we see that banks are more willing. Okay, they attract financial capital. Okay, and by attracting financial capital, it means that basically banks are more willing, or you're getting a better chance at receiving a loan from a bank if you in case you need to expand your business, or maybe you need to buy more products or so on, or inventory and so on. Okay, and in the case that you need to raise capital, okay, we said sole proprietorships usually have to go lend money from family members and friends, and they have to pay it back and so on. Partnerships have an advantage of okay, me and Myrna are stuck, we want to expand, we need money, we do not want to go to the bank, so you know what, Myrna, let's add another partner. Daniel has some cash saved up, he can use this cash, he's interested in joining our business, we can use his cash to expand, and he could become our business partner. So here, it's you can take on more partners who of course come along with more capital or additional money. Okay, so that's an advantage right there. Okay, so again, partnerships have an advantage when it comes to raising money. They do not have to go to not always, the answer is not always borrowing money, whether it's a loan or from banks. They can actually take on more partners, and those partners come in with their own cash, which again, they gain a share in the profit, and they help the original partners expand or use the capital for whatever purpose. Okay, So again, the more they expand, the more their operations are efficient. Okay, and the more they have the possibility of spreading their product and their service. That's why partnerships usually their target is to expand. Okay, their target is to expand. All right. Uh, the disadvantages on the other side is, of course, we're gonna come to look at the two types. Okay, remember we said that partnerships are divided into general partnerships and limited partnerships. In a general partnership, each partner is fully responsible for the acts of all other partners. Okay, so there's no limited liability here. Okay, if Myrna makes a bad decision, then I am also going to suffer from its results. Okay, if one partner causes the firm to suffer, we all suffer. Okay, this is the disadvantage of a general partnership. Okay, again, here we see that one person's mistake can cause the entire firm to suffer. Everyone, especially in a general partnership. Another disadvantage of a partnership is that the business itself has a limited life. If a partner dies or leaves the partnership, or leaves, okay, this entire partnership can be possibly dissolved or end. Okay, and then recognized as a new partnership if the existing wants to stay. All right, so if Myrna decides to leave me and I want to stay, I can just have to look for another partner and then resume. Okay, but if Myrna leaves me and I cannot operate without Myrna, then guess what? The partnership is just gonna have to end. Okay, so here the life of the part of the business could be very limited depending on how each partner behaves. Okay, and also if Myrna leaves me and I want to go find a new partner, I want to go find Daniel. Daniel, do you want to be my partner? Myrna left me. Daniel has to basically agree to the same terms and the same conditions that me and Myrna had agreed upon. Okay, if not, and we need to make a new agreement, then we have to dissolve the original one and start a whole entire new partnership under new rules and conditions. Okay, so again, it's complicated. Okay, also another big one is the potential conflict. Okay, no two people are usually 100% perfect all the time. We see arguments between everyone. Okay, family members, loved ones, couples, everyone gets into clashes, right? No two people are, or three people, or whatever people are always perfect. So potential conflict between partners can appear. Oh, okay, and sometimes they're able to resolve it and step over it and find a solution to it. But sometimes partners cannot get along. All right, they continue bumping heads and they're just in constant disagreement. And They have to make a decision whether am I going to adapt to Myrna's habits and ways, or I'm just gonna have to leave. Okay, so again, you're not alone. Okay, alone you don't have to deal with anyone's mistakes, personalities, attitudes, perspectives, okay, habits. You don't have to do that. You're alone. You're by yourself. You just have to deal with you. But with a partner, you have to kind of put up with the other person's attitude and so on. Okay. In This is for partnerships. Any questions that you guys have about partnerships? They're fairly easy and pretty much self-explanatory, and I feel like it's easy, just like sole proprietorships. Do you guys have any questions about sole proprietorship now that I'm here with you?
No, thank you.
Is it? Do you guys find it easy and simple?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, it was.
yes. It's very easy and very simple. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. For the homework regarding partnerships, there was a task that was associated with it on a weekly plan. Do you guys have that task that was associated with it?
No.
One second. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys now. All right, so if you, shortly, I'm going to post on SMS for you guys a topic of discussion, or maybe like something that you're gonna have to write about regarding partnerships. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
it might be a very
Okay.
short worksheet that you guys can hand in maybe on Wednesday or so. Okay. So this is going to be our lesson for partnership. And inshallah on tomorrow we don't meet because Mondays are no session. Tuesday I'm going to discuss with you guys corporations, which is the next type of business organization. And then corporations is kind of long, and then we might cover corporations for 2 days, okay, because it's long. So I will make a video on Tuesday for corporations, and on Wednesday I will continue it because it's lengthy, okay. And then the franchises will be next, okay. So just wait for me on SMS. I will post under assignments your assignment for partnership, okay. And please be reminded again, do not forget to send me your questionnaire for your project so that I could approve it and look at the questions before you actually conduct your interviews, okay. Okay,
Okay.
guys. All right. Thank you. Any questions that you guys have for me regarding anything? Daniel, Omar, any questions, any concerns, anything?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, guys. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, guys. Bye. Have a great one. Bye bye. Bye.